Good morning, it's me, your boy, fully suited up today because big occasion. 1.18.2, it's out now in the Caves and Cliffs. The Caves and Cliffs is done. At least hopefully it's done. Either way, the next Java update is out now. In this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about this update. And if you enjoyed in preparation for Must Leave a Like March that begins tomorrow, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and go comment something down below this video. Thank you. Alright, so let's start with a little bit of a recap here. 1.18.2, the second 1.18 update. This is a relatively major update in terms of technical things. In terms of gameplay, this is like essentially non-existent. Now, this update had a total of 4 snapshots, 3 pre-releases, and then 1 release candidate. The first snapshot released on January 19th, 2022, so a little bit over a month ago. The final release candidate released on Friday. Now, shockingly, looking at that, that's like only a month. It felt like an eternity. But yeah, that's that. 8 snapshots total. One question. Do I look happy to you? Do I look happy to you? With the release of this update, the friendship with the Caves and Cliffs update can finally be ended. We can move on to the Wild update, hopefully snapshots soon. But let's focus on today. In 1.18.2, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at a lot of technical changes. Some major ones here are the place feature command, brand new command. The tags, there's been some work done there. And then the locate and locate biome command, we have some changes. When it comes to some other things inside of this update, unfortunately, an ender chest change, a couple changes to some mobs, and bug fixes. Let's go ahead and start with that ender chest change here. It's really not much, but you know around the holidays when all the chests inside of your world turn to presents, it's really nice and cool and all. Well, that's not going to happen to ender chests anymore, which I mean, I guess is a thing. I feel like why? Like the particles are there, even with the particles off. I mean, why couldn't they have just made it a purple present? But that's fine, it is what it is. Ender chest is no longer present. Next change we're taking a look at has to do with the glow squid. And glow squid spawning has been changed in 1.18.2. Now, for a glow squid to spawn, you're going to need complete darkness. You're also going to need to be below Y30, but that's been like that. Complete darkness is the new thing, which, I mean, I'm kind of like, why here? I don't fully get it, but fair enough. While we're talking about things spawning, let's talk about this other change. Tropical fish. Tropical fish spawning has also been slightly changed. When a tropical fish tries to spawn, the block above it will need to be a full water block for that spawn to work. Side note, why are there so many mobs here? This is insane. I swear I didn't spawn these ones right there. Isn't that like a lot of sheep? That's like crazy. And our final mob change for this update has to do with the dolphin. So if you didn't realize, dolphins actually have this really interesting mechanic where essentially if you feed them raw cod or raw salmon, they'll locate the nearest structure. The change here has to do with that structure locating ability. So, fed the dolphin the food. Now, the dolphin is going to go and find the closest structure. The change has to do with how accurately it can find the closest structure. I guess more consistently now, the dolphin will actually be able to find that structure, which is pretty cool. Doesn't really wait for you or anything, but look at that. Right over there, we have an ocean ruin. The dolphin did it. I mean, it looks like that's going to be the closest structure to here. This thing over here is like pretty close to where I just was, so nice job, dolphin. It actually works. Gonna be honest here, I always forget about that functionality of the dolphin. I mean, it's like really cool and all, but like, I just completely forget about it. 1.18.2 is a very technical update. That's how somewhere on Twitter, someone's saying that essentially what 1.18.2 is doing is restoring some of the technical capabilities of the game back to what they were in 1.17. I guess 1.18 broke some of the stuff and the developers didn't really say much about it. 1.18.2 is about catch-up. Now, I'm not too sure how much of this is really catch-up. I'm not like the most technical person, but tags. So that's what we're looking at right here. We have some changes to tag stuff in this update. Now looking through this right here, on the Minecraft wiki, this is a lot here. There is tons and tons of tag stuff. We have the addition of some tags related to structures, the addition of a lot of tags related to biomes. We also have a brand new tag in this update, the fall damage resetting block tag. A very small change that will most likely affect a very small number of you watching this video right now. A change for players playing the game in South Korea. Basically, there's a compliance requirement. The game is going to give you a warning after you've been playing it too long that, hey, maybe you should go touch grass or something. We have a brand new command in this update. The command is the place feature command. This command is for, like the name says, placing features. Now, for some of these features to actually be placed, you're going to need to be in a specific location. For some of the other features, you're going to be able to just drop them in essentially wherever. This is really interesting. Most likely, it's going to be more useful to you if you're a data pack creator, not really just a survival player. If you're interested in what the game considers a feature, highly recommend just scrolling through this thing. There's a lot here. There are a lot of different features. Some of these things are a little bit more major. Some of them are a little bit more minor. Desert well, for example. I guess I would consider this a little bit more major. Look at that. A desert well, just like that with the command. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting command. Okay, you don't have to be the most technical player to notice this one. As long as you use the locate command, maybe the locate biome command every once in a while, you're going to notice this like right away. So check this out, the locate command. If we type that in, look at this right off the bat. Do you notice anything different? Dolphin located. I have ender located maybe. If we go ahead and scroll through this list, there are tons of different things inside of here that we can now actually locate. Like, for example, mineshaft. Locate mineshaft. It's right there. Okay, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe we've always been able to locate that one. Bad example. Okay, big problem. I'm actually blind. Terrible timing too, because I was actually just trying to find a taiga village. That's a problem. Well, actually it's not really a problem, because look at this. This is definitely a new thing that you can do with this command. Locate Minecraft village taiga. You can now locate a specific version of a village. There we go. Come to find out, it's like literally right behind me. That's actually amazing. This expanded functionality, the locate command, is so nice. Like, developers, a personal thank you from me to you, because I love this. As you can see in here, we're looking through some tags, and we're looking through some just, like, other things. There's a lot of new stuff inside of the locate command. The functionality expanded big time inside of this thing. It's amazing. Like, ruined portals right there. Look at that. This is so nice. The different types of shipwrecks, like a beached one, not a problem. I could just use this command and find it. There we go. It kind of lags. Probably because I'm looking for a very specific thing, and that very specific thing was a long ways away, but look at that. A beach shipwreck, just like that. So simple. Heavily related to that locate command, let's go ahead and expand things to the locate biome command. Tags, tags, tags. Welcome to Tag City, practically. There are tags all over this thing, and these tags get very, very specific. So check this out. We can find the biomes like normal, but then we can also look through some very specific requests here. Let's say I'm looking for a biome that specifically has a shipwreck. Then we just need to use this tag, locate it, and then we find out that I'm here. I've already made it. The shipwreck is somewhere inside of this biome, specifically right over there. I love this. This is going to make finding things so much more easy, especially when new things are added to the game, like maybe the ancient city, locate a deep dark biome that has an ancient city. I'm sure that functionality will be added inside of this thing eventually. This is amazing. I love this. It's wonderful. It's perfect. The developers truly, thank you so much. Maybe after all, it really was just a blessing in disguise. The 1.18.2 update feeling like it's dragging on. Maybe it was all worth it all along. When it comes to technical additions and technical changes, that's definitely not it for this update. Like, there's a lot of technical stuff going on inside of this update, so highly recommend looking into it a little bit more. But in terms of the technical stuff that we're going to talk about in this video, that's going to basically do it. I'll go ahead and link the 1.18.2 wiki down in the description today. Check it out after this video if you're into technical stuff. Next up, we're going to run through some of the more major bug fixes in the 1.18.2 update. 1.18.2 brings a lot of bug fixes, about 90 of them, a little bit more actually. We'll start with MC bug 237110. This bug had to do with the grass generating under the water. The grass would generate under the water and then basically instantly decay because it doesn't exist there, causing lag. Now, that shouldn't happen. MC bug 238866 is pretty similar, except swap the grass out for snow. Snow generating under the water, that's a big no as well. I mean, think about this. Logistically, how is that actually working? And then in powder snow's case, that's literally illegal. That shouldn't happen at all, and it won't happen at all. MC bug 243015, falling blocks at world generation, again causing lag, not good. Shouldn't happen either. Two bugs, MC bug 167763 and 205232, both had to do with the blindness effect. Essentially, if I had blindness and I went into the snow, I would be able to see a little bit farther than I was meant to, and then same with the water. If I go under the water and I have blindness, I could see farther than I was meant to. Both of those bugs have been fixed. These are a couple of OG bugs, like they've been around for a long time. MC4533 is in the game since 1.4.5, and MC70848 in the game since 1.8. Both of these bugs were visual bugs that had to do with water. Essentially, the water would connect when it was not meant to, sometimes on a diagonal, sometimes on like a diagonal upwards, if that makes sense. Yeah, check out the water. This looks better, more realistic than ever. Both of those bugs have been fixed. They were both really just visual things, but both visual bugs that have been in the game for like ages. Really, really long time. Big handful of kicked for flying bugs have been fixed in this update as well. Some of these bugs had to do with standing on top of non-solid entities. Some of them had to do with riptide tridents. There was a bug causing issues with custom structure generation. Let's say this was my custom structure and I wanted to generate. The bug was preventing that from happening. That bug has been squashed. Oh my gosh, so sad for this one. 238114. Meadow trees would generate sometimes without bees. That is illegal. That shouldn't happen. Anytime there's a tree inside of the meadow biome, the rule is there's a bee with the tree. That rule is now always true. The bug was fixed. Check this out. I guess pointed dripstone was very problematic. There are a lot of bug fixes that have to do with pointed dripstone in this update. Specifically, what were all of these bugs? Well, of course, you know me. My memory, it is limitless. I remember what all of these bugs are, specifically, including like some of them having to do with generation, replacing blocks, replacing mine shafts, not replacing mine shafts, pointed dripstone. It's so problematic. Okay, so obviously there wasn't 90 bug fixes. We're not going to go over all of them. That would be absurd, but bug fixes. There were a lot of bug fixes in this update. Again, I'm going to point you toward that wiki link down in the description. The video's over now, so you can go ahead and check it out. Minecraft 1.18.2, that's it. With 1.18.2 out now, that means that hopefully 1.18 Caves and Glyphs era, it's over. That means next is 1.19. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. 1.19 Snapshot's probably going to start pretty soon here, kind of have already in a way, and you don't want to miss the content. Check out my links, they're all in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. It's me, your boy. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.